Matt Schuler.
Here.
Okay, we definitely have a quorum. Approval of minutes from the 6/10/16 meeting.
Excuse me 1 second, Gary, did you have the recorder going? 1 second, I just want to make sure we have all of our pieces going.
Just start with the roll call.
Yeah,
Hold on
Okay.
1 second, let me just go over first. All right, we got it. Looks like it's recording there, and it looks like we're recording
let's
there.
start over. Roll call, Carrie Delbo here. Mike Borley.
Here.
Alderman Tom Dwayne.
Here.
And Matt Schuler.
Here.
All right, everybody's here. Obviously, we have a quorum. Approval of minutes of the 6/10/16 meeting.
Move to approve. Second.
Motion and a second, Tom and Matt, to approve the minutes from 6/10. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Let's take a quick review of our outstanding accounts. We're represented by a number. So there's some questions, Wendy, about 12 and 13.
Number 12 and 13. We had a little mix-up in the fact that they had filled out paperwork to have an auto drafted, and whatever reason, one end or the other end didn't get it all taken care of. But we have this, they made a double payment last month, and they'll make a double payment this month, and
Okay.
then they'll be on track.
Okay,
So
great.
we just had a little, they did fill out the papers, they did fill out all the information. We assumed that it was being pulled, they thought it was being a push transaction, but we've gotten that all straightened out, and it'll be clear by the end of the month.
Good. And the available funds is 670 is accurate? 670,000?
I just checked, yes, that is, that was as of October 31st, so there's November 31st new numbers in there.
Good.
But for the most part, it's accurate as of October 31st.
Entertain a motion to accept the report.
So moved. Second.
Matt and Mike, all in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, so carried. All right, so we have 3 different items on the agenda today. Let's go with number 3, start out with, obviously. Recommendation of Kelly's revolving loan for Reynolds Packaging LLC.
This is Reynolds. So Kelly and, would you like to come up to the,
So we, did you want to give some information first, or should we just open the meeting?
I was going to have them up here, but I'll start with the information.
Okay.
And we can go from there.
All right,
However you want to sit.
welcome.
Make yourselves comfortable. Thank you. I think you remember the Reynolds.
Yes.
The Reynolds, this is, Kelly and Lisa have Reynolds Packaging LLC. They have asked for the loan committee to consider restructuring their loan to be for interest only for the next 24 months, starting in the month of January through 17 through 19. In April 2015, the Reynolds Packaging LLC received $105,000 from the revolving loan for new equipment to expand their business. Their note is for 10 years at 4% interest. However, they ran into issues with the fabrication of the new bagging machine that was not in production until nearly just a year later. So they just got this machine put into production. It's now working. They have some catch up to do with just to get everything in their sales projections back. So the machine is now in production, however they're behind in their sales projections and have asked for 24 months of reduced payments of interest only to get caught up on their business finances. We'd like to keep the terms, and they would like to keep the terms at the 10 years at 4%, so we would still close on the same day. Reducing their payment from $1,063.07 monthly to $303.43 for 24 months, and then the new payments would resume up and adding for the next remaining 77 months. In spite of all of the challenges that they've had with the production of the new machine, the Reynolds have continued to make all their payments in a timely manner, have actually paid a little ahead each month, and has hired all of the employees to meet the loan requirements. So they've actually done everything exactly how it is, but they would like to have a little reprieve to get everything back on track and get it organized, and are not asking for an extension other in the timing or anything. So after reviewing all of the paperwork and seeing that they've acted in good faith all the way up to this point, and everything is, all their I's are dotted and their T's are crossed, the staff recommends that this request of interest only for the next 24 months starting in January.
Do we want to open the meeting? I entertain a motion to open the meeting.
Second.
A motion and second to open the meeting. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
So, your new business plan looks good?
Oh, yeah, this year we actually did well. I mean, We went from, what was it, from last year to this year, we've got over 100% growth in sales.
Good.
So numbers are way up. It should have been double that with that piece of equipment that should have been done, that we had built for our company here in the Green Bay area, and they failed to be able to get it to produce. And so they gave up on it in March, where then I sit with no machine.
Right.
My background is in building and designing machines from years ago.
Mhm.
So I built my own equipment, started out at my garage and everything. So with this happening, with this machine, they gave up and they said they can't do anything else. Well, I need this machine.
Right, right.
And so I took it on myself to work on it, and I worked on it with them from November until, it was, yeah, no, from early November all the way through January, February, and they just couldn't get it working, and that's where we ended up. They gave the machine to me, I took care of it, and I worked on it for the next 3 months and got it up and running. I would get it running, but then I got to a point where it wasn't doing like 80%. So I needed to at least get my production without ruining all the product
Right.
to at least 90, 95.
Right.
So as of September, I did get it to run, but it's not running at the speeds that I want it to be.
Now yet?
No, it's, yeah, and I can't run at certain sizes that I really want to run because it's in a different way. What we're doing, and I can show you a video if you like.
No, it's all right. I think I remember seeing it last time.
Yeah, so what we're doing is I'm picking these bags and putting them down on the conveyor, this belt, and it comes through, glues it and folds it.
Right.
And I can only do 50 a minute. It was supposed to do 200.
Well,
And we're not even, but it is running, and our customers that we're putting it out to, they love it. I can show you a sample of what it
Right.
is if you'd like.
excuse me, you had a real niche operation that no one else had, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, when we brought it in, we didn't have a sample. So I can show you just a quick sample
Sure.
of what this does for our packaging. Okay, so for instance, our high-speed piece of equipment runs a bag that's a crimp.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, if you look, it's normal, just like a bag of chips. This is the new blue bag, or the blue bottom bag that we're producing on the new machine. I'll try to stick with one in there and break that.
Can't even get my hand in.
No, that was a crimp. This is the
This is
new
a
folded and glued.
I don't want to wreck it, but I can't get my hand in.
Here, here's the big.
No,
one.
that's.
But and the reason is like, you know, like this bag would be for pasta, and what happens is that they put it in the store, and it's a strip bottom, and a kid grabs the bag.
Yeah.
Just like a bag of chips, they
Right.
pop it.
They would pop up.
Right, so with this bag, you know, you're guaranteeing that
Oh my God. Oh my God.
that's how much it takes. For instance, we're blowing test, blow test when we're running a crimp bottom, at 15 pounds bare, it will pop the bottom. 120 pounds, and it
120 pounds.
explodes the bag. Cool. So that's where we're at.
Okay. And bottom line, the new business plan shows you catching up. You see a little bit of time of interest only.
The new business plan, yes, and we're also gonna be looking at, we went to Chicago and went to
Morning,
their
Mayor.
packaging show.
Morning.
And at the packaging show, I first purposely went there for a couple items, but there's a feeder, what's called a company called Multi-Feeder in Minnesota, in Minneapolis. So we went to the booth and literally took thousands of bags. They put it on that machine, 200 a minute. I went to Minnesota just the other day, brought 2 cases of bags, put it in their machine, of gusseted bags, thinner bags, thicker bags, put it in there, it popped through there. He can do the one bag at 300 bags a minute, and it will attach to my machine and go through.
So that's your future plan, I was gonna ask that, right?
Yeah, and that's
All right.
another $30,000 that I gotta try to find.
Yeah,
But at least with that, our growth, because of the fact that at 50 to 55 bags a minute, and I pick up a customer that's doing 5 million bags a year, and then they have to wait 6 weeks to get some bags. Well, that's not gonna go over so good.
Right, right.
So right now, our capacity is 6 million a year. With that machine, I could be doing 30 million.
Good. And real quick, your customer base, how many customers, I mean, I don't know the names or anything, but the customer base has been growing, I take it?
Wherever we send it to, we get
I
it.
believe it. Any other questions?
Motion to return for me.
Motion to return to regular order.
Second.
Mike and Matt, all in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye. Make a motion to approve.
There's been a motion to approve.
Second.
There's been a motion and a second. Mike and Matt to approve the request. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Well, the only other stipulation, I request staff to check with them every 6 months, see how they're doing, to see, if maybe at some point in time, you could move that up. Who knows?
Oh, yeah.
Appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Thank you.
I can give an itch.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Number
Do
4.
you have to head out real
review-
quick? I'll make the quick introduction. Okay.
Excuse me, I just
Okay,
want to say.
I'm
I'm just
Sure.
gonna- So, you and I movers, if you'd like to come up, and then I'll introduce real quick.
Are you doing?
See you again.
Hope you don't get that. I'll be real careful.
I think on the back.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, not a word.
One more, my theory, you got so early in the season, you get immune and you're good for the rest of the
There,
year.
you got it knocked out. All
That's
right.
the theory. Okay,
Well, another loan opportunity for a business in our community, so this is our item number 4.
yes.
So United Movers Express LLC, I've been working with the owners for a little bit. They are requesting a community development revolving loan of $147,200 to be used towards their down payment for the purchase of a commercial property that their business is currently leasing at 1330 South Maple Avenue. The interest rate of this will be at 4%. We're going to amortize it over 15 years. The city of Green Bay will be in second place behind the Bank of Luxembourg, and Eugene is here to represent, that is their banker from the Bank of Luxembourg. So in November 2013, United Movers Express moved from Howard onto the property over on Ashland, just off of Ashland at 1330 South Maple Avenue. It's currently leasing 22,000 square foot building from K-Way LLC. Since moving into this location, United Movers has refined their business and has diversified, including commercial accounts, restaurant fixture storage, hospital and medical equipment storage. I was very impressed with the site. I went for a site visit and a prototype medical construction site. The owners of 1330 South Maple Avenue, K-Way LLC, are looking to retire and to sell the property. He would like to sell the property to his long-term tenants, which is UNI Movers, and the RLF funds would be used, are being requested to solidify the financing committed, offered already through Bank of Luxembourg. The Bank of Luxembourg is financing 80% of the purchase price. The bank finance committee requires, this is what Bank of Luxembourg, 20% down. The total purchase price of this property is $736,000. Bank of Luxembourg has already pre-approved them, or they've been through the loan committee already, and the loan has been approved at $588,800 for the purchase. The city's revolving loan participation would be at $147,200. And I wanted to share, we just actually had even another update on, oh no, this is a different, anyway, the appraisal of the value of the property is $800,000. So you can see that the property value at the loan, our appraisal is higher than what the loan is.
No, an independent appraisal?
Yes. That was included in the packet. Unfortunately, you didn't get that, but I can certainly share that with you if you
Okay,
wish.
that's fine.
In reviewing the documents, you will find that UNI Movers has had some hard times in 2008 and 9, and has, as many businesses did in that time. They were able to work through with their creditors and were able to avoid filing bankruptcy. They worked hard to overcome all the challenges of the past and are working to rebuild their credit, as you will find in the loan packet. After working with Eugene and UNI Movers, the staff recommends granting the request for the Community Development Revolving Loan Funds of $147,200 for the purchase of 1330 South Maple Avenue, which is the old Soul Stone warehouse portion where they cut stone at 4% for 15 years. And we're open to any questions that you may have.
I'm trying to better understand the business. First of all, I make a motion to open the meeting.
Second.
Motion, second, open the meeting. All those in favor, signal that by saying aye.
Aye.
So give us a little more detail on the business itself, if you don't mind.
Okay, UNI Movers Express is a local and nationwide household and commercial moving and storage company. Been in business 22 years. Recently, actually within the last 3 years, we've been very fortunate to almost triple our involvement with some medical facilities here in Green Bay, which has, the gentleman who leased us the warehouse originally, we didn't need 22,000 square feet, we needed about 12, and he said, I'll make you a deal. He said, I'll keep your lease low enough, and once you fill it up, then I'll sell you the building. And that was all, he saw vision, and he had the confidence in us, and we did fill the building up. As your lady that's head of the loan committee here said, she got to see it. It is a full building now, and it continually revolves in and out.
So you will bring product in for a client, store it on a temporary basis, and then
Deliver it and help them install. Like the medical facilities, we help them install that. The Jimmy John's restaurants, the KFCs, all over northeastern Wisconsin, we do those.
well, you do.
Yep.
So you got a division, because I'm kind of reading a little bit on your website.
Yeah, we also have a,
But UNI is your, it's not a nation
Nope.
franchise thing. I couldn't
Started
find
here
it,
in
so
Green
it's
Bay.
sort of
as I say, it's a Green Bay's homegrown mover. We've been very fortunate
So
to
this
be
is Scott,
around.
Isabel, and Carla Umentum, so the UNI
Okay.
comes with that, yes.
That's where UNI comes from.
a- Hey, Carla.
In general, how does the rental fee versus the loan payments compare?
We put dollars to it, we will pay less to
Good.
own it
Good.
than to lease it. The lease is steep, but we managed it, and that's why we decided, and Wayne Vestry, the gentleman who owns K-Way, said, if I put it here and you can match that, then, and when we put the lease together, he did give us the opportunity with a pre-purchase agreed-upon price
Good.
at the time we moved in.
Good.
And now, we're trying to exercise that.
And the bottom line, from the banker's perspective, if we don't participate, the loan don't go through?
We need 20% down
I
payment.
was just gonna say at 20,
Yeah,
but 20%, so you're not far away. I mean, you're at 640, about an 800.
Yeah, but we gotta use the lesser of two, the lesser of the purchase price of the appraised value. So that's why we gotta go with the purchase price.
Okay.
Matt?
I don't have any questions.
Okay. Motion to go back to regular business?
So moved.
Mike, Mike and Tom, all those in favor, signify by
Aye.
saying aye.
Aye.
All right, gentlemen,
Motion to approve.
I'm gonna second that.
as a motion by Mike Worley and second by Alderman Tom Wayne to approve, all those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, so carried. Thank you. Good luck.
I know
Thanks,
about
everyone.
a million Umentums.
There's lots of,
Congratulations, and thank
You're doing
you.
cars too. You moved the door.
yeah.
I saw that on the website.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we move all kinds of cars all over the country.
Carla, congratulations.
Congratulations and
I'll be
good luck,
following
guys.
up with you.
Keep up the
Yeah,
good
and
work.
then we'll get together for a
Let me
day.
ask you a
process.
Okay. Scott, it's a pleasure working with you, and we'll be seeing a little bit more of you. Yep,
You'll be seeing a lot of me.
congratulations. Yeah, that's
Thank
great.
you, we're all over town.
All right.
Keep up the great work.
Thank you, gentlemen.
I
It's a
think I
pleasure.
have a cold. I
It's a
don't know what
pleasure
that-
That's
working with you.
okay. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much.
Good luck, Scott.
Happy holidays.
Happy
Gentlemen, if
holidays
you'd
too.
like to come on up, we're all set for you.
Congratulations, that's good.
Come on up.
That's good.
Well, good morning.
Good morning.
What a productive morning we're having here in City Hall. Would you like to join us at the table? This is important. You're a young entrepreneur in the making here, so I think it's great that this is a family business and have both of you up here.
Why don't you give us a little background?
Well, good morning. All right, West Avenue LLC. I'd like to introduce you to Jim Brick and his son Aaron.
Morning. I mean,
Joe.
Mr. Brick owns Credit Management Control Incorporated. They just found a new home in the Main Street Commons building. So this month they're leasing, but next month it'll be yours. So this is pretty exciting.
Very exciting.
So West Avenue LLC, doing business as Credit Management Control Incorporated, is requesting a loan in the amount of $81,500 for the purchase of the property located at 1263 Main Street, Green Bay, Wisconsin, also known as the Main Street Commons Building in our downtown. For nearly 36 years, Credit Management Control has established itself as an accomplished account recovery company with the ability to process and call on an unlimited number of accounts throughout the country, consistently performing above and beyond client expectations and industry standards, while offering the professional attention and dedication client care only a smaller, locally owned, privately owned agency can offer. CMC was founded in 1980 and operated in Racine, Wisconsin, until it was acquired in 2007 by Mr. Jim Brick, President, and Dan Ellingson, Vice President, co-owners of La Chapelle Credit Services. When Jim and Dan purchased CMC in 2007, the corporate headquarters was moved to Green Bay, where Dan lived. The other operations in Waukesha, where Jim lived. Currently, 32 CMC staff members are located in the Green Bay corporate office, call center, and Waukesha and Racine offices. The majority live and work here in Green Bay. Mr. Brick is in the process of relocating his business into the Main Street Commons building at 1263 Main Street. He was considering moving his Green Bay operations nearer to Waukesha, Wisconsin, until he found the Main Street Commons building, located on bus routes and proposed trails, and in the Main Street urban setting, made this the perfect location and choice for his employees. He is currently working with the Bank of Little Chute Community Bank, who are the property owners. I don't know if you remember, but this is a bank-owned property. It's been for about a decade now, so it's, I think, 10 to 12 years that it's been a bank-owned property. That's right. From the property owners on this transaction are the Bank of Little Chute. He's asking for, I also wanted to add that Bank of Little Chute is going to be, the sponsor is going to be the banking institution that is going to be participating on this, which is unusual after they've had a property for this long, but it cash flows, and they would like to participate and stay active in this business transaction. So he's asking for $81,500 for the community development revolving loan funds to help with the funding gap. The total project cost of this business property purchase is $815,000. The Bank of Little Chute Commercial Bank will be lending $652,000 to the project. The letters of confirmation are in your packet. Mr. Brick will be adding $81,500 of his personal equity, leaving the revolving loan fund for the 10% of the down payment to fill the gap of $81,500. The terms of the loan would be for 4%. The terms would be for 15 years, and we would take a mortgage on the 1263 Main Street as our security. One of the things I wanted to pass out to you, we did have an appraisal from last year. I just received this as of December 7th after your packet went out, and this is an updated appraisal of the property, and it came in better than the first one, which was a year ago. But it's still, the property values outweigh the cost of the expense, so it's, the simple value of the property is $1,360,000, and the entire transaction is $815,000. There you are. But that's just information that happened after the loan packet was distributed, so.
Make a motion to open the meeting?
Second. Or so moved.
Okay, so move. All those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
So you have other tenants in the building you have yourself to?
Correct.
Okay. There's some there now, aren't there?
Correct.
Yeah, okay.
There are I think there are 13 rentable spaces, and currently 12 are rented.
Okay.
What space are you gonna take?
We're in suite 212 and 211 on the second floor.
Of the 32 people,
They're
how
in
many?
the upper southeast corner.
Where Fitnessology used to be, maybe, way? I mean, we're talking about Johnson Fish, we're talking, right?
Yeah.
The old,
Yeah, you're talking way back.
and it cash
Our
flows.
our windows face the parking lot between
Oh.
Shenanigans and the building.
Okay,
Okay.
yep.
Of the 32 people, how many of those are in Green Bay?
22.
Oh, well. And it is considered?
It goes between 20 and 22. There's always a flux.
Is this going to be considered the corporate office?
It is the corporate
Okay, it is
office.
the corporate office, okay.
He also will be adding 10 additional jobs, in addition to the 20 that are there already.
Is that right?
Well, we're proposing that we're retaining the 20 jobs in Green Bay. Our projections are that we're going to be adding jobs. I can't guarantee 10 jobs, but that's our goal, is to grow,
Right.
accordingly.
And one, of course, one of our key criteria is, when we go over the bank, et cetera, and the private equity. In your opinion, is one of those deals that would not happen if we don't participate?
He wasn't anticipating purchasing this property until the bank approached him and said, you're taking such a large section, would you consider purchasing the property? And so, yes, without city participation, this
Purchasing, yeah.
deal would have
Okay.
a challenge to be put together.
Well, you conceivably, we have a piece of property that's $1.1 million to $1.3 million in value.
Yeah.
You're gonna get it for $815,000. Bank's gonna loan you $652,000. You're kicking in 81.5, and we're kicking in 81.5, so everybody's in the game.
This checks out all the boxes. When we go into the revolving loan, the criteria and the structure of what we would like, it's retaining jobs for the community, 20 of them. He's adding positions. He really only needs to add 2 jobs to meet the criteria of the amount of money that we're adding. They're low to moderate income positions, which are great. I toured the property. It's a very a great place. It's cheery, it's bright, it's a cool building, and it gives them opportunity to be accessed with bus routes and things like that. So all of the things that meet the criteria of our loan, this one really falls into the category, the 10% of the down, the owner participation. The other thing that I think is an important consideration for the loan committee is that this is going to be an owner-occupied property. I know that properties there's a different look to a property where the owner occupies it, where
Yes.
flowers get watered, salt gets out, shovels sidewalks, not that they don't with other properties, but I think that it's a little noticeable when there's a business that's occupying the property that it's in. So we're excited for this, not to mention participation in all of the other great activities that we have going on in the Main Street. So this really, I think, is a positive thing for our Main Street Commons building and in addition to the Main Street.
Question. Can you describe the business?
Sure.
Because I can't tell from the description exactly what the business does.
We are a collection agency.
Okay.
So, for example, one of our large clients is Brown County Clerk of Courts. So, the sheriff issues a ticket, the ticket doesn't get paid, they go through their normal collection process, then they forward it to us.
Got it.
And then we would go through the phone calling and lettering process to collect that. We also work with Prevea Clinic. It is another large client of ours in the market here. And then we have hundreds of other small medical and business clients in the Green Bay market as well.
So now you can be a landlord as well as a business owner.
Yes. I was a landlord once before in the Waukesha or New Berlin area, and I really enjoyed it, and my wife and I really enjoyed it, but that, we moved on from that building, and we've kind of been without a brick and mortar type investment. And when I saw this opportunity to move my business in there, to purchase this business, I thought it'd be a great fit for us. So we're very excited about it. It's a very beautiful building, beautiful structure.
Yeah, it is.
And there's a lot of
That
nice
is great.
tenants, and yeah, it's an exciting time for us.
Of course. Would I assume then you were a tenant in that building since '07?
No, we just moved in. We just opened up.
Okay.
We were on 200 South Monroe in the Methodist Church building.
Okay.
There's that park where they do music at lunch.
Yep.
And then there's a parking lot, and there's a 2-story building in there. We've been in there for 20-some years.
Okay.
Prior to my participation in La Chapelle and Credit Management Control, we were in that building. I think the prior owner's name was Russ Myers, maybe, and then Dan Ellingson, and then I joined Dan Ellingson, and then Dan Ellingson retired, and now it's just myself and my other business partner.
All right.
Any other questions?
Yeah, so you're leasing, how many other, you said there's like 22 people in that building? or
There's
you're leasing?
13
13?
spaces. 13 spaces, I counted them the other day again, and there's 13 of them, and 12 are occupied, there's 1 unoccupied.
Okay, so you'll be.
There's the Main Street Salon, has 2 spaces on the storefront. They're taking over the 3rd one, they just committed to that.
Yeah.
There's a State Farm agent in the 4th one, Au Naturel takes up 2 spaces up on the second floor. They're a cosmetic, an organic cosmetic manufacturing company. And then Netsonic has been in the building for over 10 years. He owns the building behind, and he's a server hosting corporation. He's got the most unbelievable server room. It's got about 300 or 400 servers in there, and it's got the biggest air conditioning you could ever imagine.
Wow.
So that's pretty exciting.
So you're relying on keeping them full so you can pay these loans off?
Correct.
So you're relying on that leases to
Yeah.
cover that? So that's a plus there, that there's, you know what I'm saying?
Right, it helps. That helps.
Yeah, that's it, yeah.
Make a motion to move regular business.
So moved.
Second. All those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All right. I think it meets all the criteria, so I'm gonna make a motion to approve the loan.
I will second.
Gary and Matt.
Well, you got 4 seconds.
We got 4 seconds, good. All right.
There you go.
All those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Matt, we'll go with that this time.
Good luck, you guys.
Yeah, good luck.
Good luck.
Excellent. Glad to see
I'm glad to
you.
see that.
Yeah, I'm glad you're
Thanks for your
occupied
help.
because there's a lot of wheelchair people that use that in front of the side.
And then
we
they
get a lot
have
of
the-
calls saying, the sidewalks aren't taken care of, so. There's about 2 or 3 people that use it.
That's just so nice.
It's nice to have
it.
it.
Yeah.
Walk over and
Ownership.
talk to them, yeah.
I shake your hand up, Nicole.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
definitely would.
Yeah.
Thank you. Congratulations. Motion to adjourn. Yeah. We are adjourned.
Thank you.
Congratulations,
Yeah, that's very
no
exciting.
problem. And,
All right, all in favor, aye.
All right, here we go.
Okay.
Friday, it's a pleasure to meet you.
All right, good.
So
Get
the
back
next
to your
steps
work.
are that we meet
Well,
with
say hi to those
the
two, 'cause
banker
I- like I
and
said, I see the
ourselves,
church
and then we
and
just
it's
exchange
harder
all
all
the
the
I guess he had an offer, he said, but it was too
Everybody
low.
signed to sign your packet.
Jenny, you like the place and everything, I'm not sure why.
Hey, Merry Christmas to everybody.
Yeah, congratulations,
Go
have a
to
great day.
Arizona.
Good luck, guys.
I wanted to tell you that, thank you for coming.
Susie and I would kayak
I'm pretty
across,
much to the
and you're
end
just,
of our revolving loan
you're-
funds, which is the first
yeah,
time
you
they
just-
said that it's ever happened in
She's
the
on, she's a go-getter, fire and
So
heck.
I've
She's
actually,
quite an artist,
Yeah,
got all
I've
of our
seen her
funds out.
pieces.
I
Yeah,
have
she's
4
not good.
loans that are
Yeah, we should-
waiting
ski with them.
replenish
Didn't we
the
just put
Colorado.
200,000 on budget?
Really?
Yeah, well, I worked with them.
Yep.
Public.
I know that's
Yeah,
not, it's not.
It's not, no, it's coming.
I was in there yelling.
I just want you to say that, that you're keeping the ball
I think he's
rolling,
skied now for a
that
couple
we got
years,
all these great
Yeah.
projects,
Yeah,
and
now
so
he
many
just
good
hangs
things
off.
going.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
actually,
Because
it's like success is kind of like,
But she's got her head on.
I
Need
took
some more
Bob's
money to do
bathroom away
something.
from him and put 50 more in there, just so you know that.
It's like,
It was 150, I put it up to 200.
no, I think we can do some amazing
All right.
things.
I can't wait,
Not to
that's just
mention
what it's all
creating a
about.
lot of jobs.
Always a pleasure.
and-
Between
Happy holiday.
Yeah.
I love that package right there. There's a lot
have a
of
good holiday.
financial documents
Thank
in
you
there.
very
Oh, you're very
much.
welcome.
Yeah,
When it's
appreciate
meeting.
it.
You guys
Have
too.
a great day,
Happy
Mike. Merry
holidays.
Christmas.
Sorry.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say, yep, great seeing you. Merry Christmas. I'll probably see you around. All right, thank you.
Oh, yeah, my
And
sister's
thank you again.
biggest thing around eBay. Really small. She's been driving
Yes,
for years.
yes.
And that, when we put that 1.4 million in there, we gotta continue.
Perfect. I'm all for that.
You
We
bet.
got some stadium
Jerry,
funds to
everything.
continue
Get
on.
better, man.
Merry Christmas. Yeah, I will.
Great working
I will.
with you.
Yeah, and we'll see you in a couple, probably a week or so to maybe whatever the closing date
Yeah,
is.
we'll wait
Sure.
for Steve to figure out what, and I'll start running our paperwork now that I know the terms and that they've agreed. A lot of times I used to prepare well ahead of time when they would do something and like, and have this big wad of paper. I'm like, oh, so we just wait till the loan committee and then I have it all in the queue and ready to go. So
All right, appreciate it.
we'll find
We'll
the
talk to you
dates and
soon then.
information. Yeah, have
All
a
right.
fantastic day. Yep,
Good.
enjoy your
Good
Friday.
meeting.
Thank you very
Went well.
much. Yep, I've
Went well.
been working very hard. I just wanted to know that I'm at the bottom of the loan committee, or loan funds. So I actually,
Well, of the, what do you guys?
so I wanted to just
Of the
say.
670, how many we loaned today?
So actually, I'll send you a little copy of this, but, so the 2 loans that we did today, one, and so you'll notice that the amounts are not a rounded amount because I'm down to the scraping of the barrel. So it's
Right.
147.2 and 81.5. And then CRISP is out there pre-approved, but we, and I'm actually, I'm 6,000 something in the hole. I'm overspent because 300,000, which I didn't realize, was taken out of this fund, and they're gonna use that to repair shower. And I was doing the loans like I was,
Okay,
like
you
it was
should,
still in there.
Note that somewhere, on the sheet.
Right,
Okay,
well,
fine.
and this is, I get this from the accounting.
Right,
And so I asked her to put these with pending, and then what I wanted her to do is put a section that said the 300,000 allocation.
Yes.
So that would be out. So actually,
with that, yeah.
when I do these two, I'm actually negative 6,000 to make this
Sure.
loan happen, but they repay every month at 13,000, so I really have it
Yep,
in
yep,
there.
yep. Wow, that's neat.
So,
That's neat.
I'm to the end of it, and so for them to give me stadium fund dollars to keep it going, I think is a really,
Yes.
that is actually economic development. A lot of those projects are not
Great, great, yes, yes.
really.
That is definitely, yep.
I mean,
And
back.
I mean, like these street loans are a perfect example. And we're making a difference. They aren't gonna happen otherwise. And that's what we want to be doing. That's what we
You know
want
what I
to do.
should have done is canceled that first. I was recording still with all this chit chat.
No, I turned it off. I turned it
I
off.
didn't stop the recording over there, so.
Oh, I see. Over here. Oh, I see. I get you.